Ethereum just crashed 19% in 24 hours. Bitcoin hit 14-month lows. Over $1 billion in liquidations wiped out in a single day. The crypto market is in absolute chaos right now, and I'm seeing panic everywhere. But here's what nobody's telling you. This crash is following the exact same pattern we saw before every major rally in crypto history. And in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening, why this is actually setting up one of the biggest opportunities of this cycle, and most importantly, what you need to do right now to position yourself before the reversal. Because if you understand what I'm about to show you, this crash could be the best thing that's happened to your portfolio. Let's dive in. All right, let's break down exactly what just happened in the crypto market. Ethereum dropped from around $2,150 down to $1,740 in just 24 hours. That's a 19% crash. Bitcoin fell over 17%, dropping from $71,900 down to $60,000, hitting its lowest level since October 2024. And this wasn't just a small pullback. We saw over $1 billion in liquidations across the entire crypto market in the past 24 hours. That's massive. Now, here's what triggered this crash. First, we had Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum's co-founder, selling 2,962 Ethereum. That's about $6.69 million worth over just 3 days. Now, before you panic, this was most likely for philanthropic purposes. But the market doesn't care about intentions. When people see the founder selling, they panic. Second, we had Kevin Warsh appointed as the new Fed chair, and the market is pricing in more hawkish monetary policy. That means higher interest rates for longer, which is traditionally bearish for risk assets like crypto. And third, and this is the most important part, we broke key technical support levels. Ethereum broke below $2,200, which was a major support level, and Bitcoin tested the $74,200 support that it's been holding since late 2024. But here's the thing, and this is where it gets interesting. We've seen this exact setup before, multiple times, and every single time, what looked like a crash turned into the setup for the next explosive leg higher. Let me show you something that's going to blow your mind. If you look at Ethereum's price action over the past year, we've seen this pattern repeat over and over again. Back in March, Ethereum swept liquidity below previous lows. Everyone panicked, and what happened next? A massive reversal to the upside. Then in May, the exact same thing happened. We broke below support, triggered stop losses, sentiment flipped extremely bearish. And then boom, violent reversal back up. And now, right now, we're seeing it happen again. Ethereum just swept liquidity below the $2,300 support level. Bitcoin tested $65,000. And just like clockwork, everyone is panicking. I'm seeing people on Twitter calling for $50,000 Bitcoin, $1,500 Ethereum. Some people are even saying the bull market is over. But this is exactly what happens before every major reversal. It's a textbook liquidity grab. The market makers shake out the weak hands, trigger all the stop losses, and then reverse violently to the upside. And here's the beautiful part. We're currently retesting previous resistance as new support. Look at this chart. Ethereum was rejected at the previous all-time high, around $4,900. Now we've come back down, and that level is starting to act as support. This is one of the most powerful bullish signals you can get in technical analysis. We saw it here, and now we're seeing it again. Every single time this happens, the result is the same, a powerful breakout to the upside. Back in June, when we fell below the major support, what happened next? A massive reversal. This is a classic shakeout pattern before the next leg up. So here's exactly what you need to do right now. And this is critical, so pay attention. Step 1, do not panic sell. I know it's tempting. I know it feels like the market is going to zero. But this is exactly when the smart money is accumulating. When everyone else is panicking, that's when you need to be greedy. Step 2, start accumulating spot positions. If you have capital on the sidelines, this is your opportunity. I'm personally using Bybit for my spot accumulation right now. The reason I like Bybit for spot is simple. Low fees, deep liquidity, and they have some of the best execution in the market. For spot accumulation, you want to dollar cost average into positions. Don't try to catch the exact bottom. Instead, scale in at key support levels. For Ethereum, I'm looking at $1,800, $1,900, and $2,000 as accumulation zones. For Bitcoin, $65,000, $63,000, and $60,000 if we get there. Step 3. If you're an experienced trader and you want to trade this volatility, use 2-bit for futures trading. Now, I'm not telling you to go 100 times leverage and gamble your life savings. But if you understand risk management and you want to take advantage of these swings, 2-bit has some of the lowest fees in the market. And the key here is risk management. Use isolated margin, keep your leverage low, 5 times to 10 times maximum if you're just starting out. And always, always use stop losses. Step 4, watch the key levels. For Ethereum, if we hold above $1,800, I'm extremely bullish. That's the line in the sand. For Bitcoin, $63,000 is the critical support. If we hold these levels, I expect a violent bounce back toward $2,400 for ETH and $70,000 for Bitcoin. And here's the thing, once we reclaim those levels, the FOMO is going to be insane. Everyone who panic sold at the bottom is going to be rushing back in, and that's when we see the explosive moves. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Because yes, this crash looks scary on the short-term charts, but when you zoom out, we're still in a bull market. Global liquidity is still rising. Bitcoin and Ethereum have simply been lagging behind. And that's actually bullish because it means we have room to catch up. My conservative targets for this cycle are still 5,000 to 7,000 Ethereum and 100,000 to 120,000 Bitcoin. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 10,000 ETH before this cycle ends. But everything depends on holding these key support levels. If we lose $1,800 on ETH or $60,000 on Bitcoin, then yes, we might need to reassess. But as long as we hold, I'm extremely bullish. So here's the bottom line. This crypto crash is not the end. It's an opportunity. History is repeating itself, and if you understand the pattern, you know exactly what's coming next. Start accumulating spot on Bybit. If you're trading futures, use 2-bit with proper risk management. Both exchanges are linked down below. Watch those key support levels. And most importantly, do not panic. The smart money is accumulating right now while everyone else is panicking. And in a few weeks, when Ethereum is back at $2,500 and Bitcoin is back at $75,000, you're going to be glad you acted when others were afraid. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below telling me what you're buying in this dip. I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe out there, and remember, this is your opportunity.